right now with the whole thing about 1 minute reels, 1 minute, I like seeing some of that shit, but it's also like a part of me that like grew up watching old movies and shit. I love the storytelling aspect of it, man. And that's kind of like missing right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're right.
That's why I like stand up.
People love that quick comedy.
Yeah.
That's the reels
that's
here.
like quick 1, 2
here and gone real quick.
And that's why I like watching like some stand up specials where it's like a big ass story, and you notice you laugh at callbacks. It's like, oh, it's like started from the story. It's
Exactly.
like,
Those kind of techniques that you notice in stand up is dope as fuck. You're like, oh yeah, he set us up for that earlier and brought it back up, and you already knew he led you up to it again.
And it's not even funny, but I heard that from the beginning.
Exactly. Right. It resonates. It sit with you well.
You're almost waiting for it now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That takes art. That's an art. That's actually something you develop. You know that as a stand-up artist. Like that's something like they teach you that in the class to. Yeah, they even like we had a stand-up segment in that class, so that shit was raw too.
And that's what I like about the whole connecting one big ass story. Like what, because I heard an interview with like one of my favorite musicians where he was like, hey, do you think, because he was part of like two or three different bands in his whole lifetime. It's like, you think you'll ever reconnect with that first band? And he's like, as a listener, you want that, but like if you listen to my, like I think of my music as one big ass piece, one big ass art piece. And this is where we are at this part of the story
now, so it wouldn't even make sense in the storyline to even did they respawn come back to life
exactly
within the storyline. That's interesting. That's interesting.
You see your stuff like that too, like where it's like
definitely definitely we definitely been on a whole like story. I can't wait. We're definitely at the finish line of the whole movie thing now. Like it's been a big process. I've had shout out to world famous Hot Boys, the chicken sandwich in Oakland. We shot one of the movies up in there. We act like I was on part of my bank robbery escape is I made a run to my boy King Sato. Shout out my boy. He was the getaway driver initially on the in the storyline at the beginning, and then I escaped with all the money, and he had to go get a job at world famous Hot Boys.
That's great.
Making chicken.
That's how funny.
And so I'm on the run, and I need a hideout. It's called The Plug. It's on my YouTube too. Okay. So I'm on the run, and I need somewhere to hide out. I'm like, bro, throw me an apron. I need a job real quick. So he throw me an apron, and we go in there, and I almost make him lose his job that he has to have because I left him out the money of the bank robbery that I set up and had him help. Yeah, they risked all their freedom, and they're on the news, but.
Hella funny.
Hey, we're in the subject of food. You got your own burrito at El Tucan.
Hey, shout out to El Tucan, man.
Wait, what?
And the Rich. That Ricky Antonio. You ain't had the Ricky Antonio burrito, bro?
But I will see.
You been to El Tucan?
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to El Tucan, man. My boy Alfredo.
I saw that. I saw you got your own the Ricky. What's it called? The Ricky Antonio.
The Ricky Antonio red burrito. So we created.
Describe it to the people. Describe it.
We created a birria burrito. So I'm from Richmond, right? Boy, your eyes got big when I said the burrito, bro. He looking at me like I'm all ears. Hey, so I love the birria, right? The birria tacos, quesadilla, and all that. Somebody had introduced me to that, and then I was like, always thinking about the concept of like a birria burrito. And what is this like? This is like a year and a half. Is this like 2 years ago at this point? So it was kind of before everybody kind of got all these birria burritos and tacos you see now. And so I do a lot of like different things with the community in Richmond. We had the Ricky Antonio Rich City Day where we had
Rich City Rides, right?
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Rich City Rides, man. We had the Ricky Antonio Rich City Day where we had like the basketball tournament. We had a big rap concert. Horses came out where the kids were able to ride and different things like that. And so El Tucan was kind of celebrating someone from the community that's been working with the kids and in different capacities. And so they was like, man, let's do a Ricky Antonio burrito. Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. So
talk about it.
Hey, man, go slide through there. Go slide through El Tucan, man.
How many free burritos Unlimited or?
I shall not say, man.
Okay.
But shout out to L2 Con. We actually we did one of my songs that went viral is I'm Trippin'. It's called I'm Trippin', and I did a remix to it with Mr. Fab and Mitchie Slick. And so we shot part of it at L2 Con.
Oh, dang.
So part of the video was shot there at L2 Con. Yeah.
How much Arms Steady? Easily one of my favorite West Coast rap groups of all time. Mitchie Slick doing that.
You feel me?
You know?
And he slid out here to the rich and came to L2 Con, and not even just that. The night before, I threw a concert, and Mitchie Slick, he came and rapped and everything. I had Work Dirty come and rap. He signed with Sick With It with E40 and shit. We had a bunch of people. My boy Trill
Are
Lee.
you independent or are you signed?
Yeah, I'm independent. So I'm an independent creator, just all around, acting and also musically.
That song hit hard, man. Like I saw it,
bro.
I saw it passed around by people not even from Richmond.
Hey,
on my IG.
Hey,
sharing
Snoop
stuff.
Dogg. Snoop Dogg did posted our Trippin' Challenge a few
That's
times.
Cool. So
Baby Bash.
How does that feel when you see a legend like Snoop?
Man, shout out to Snoop, man. It's just man, shout out to Snoop Dogg, man. I got to meet Snoop Dogg too, out in Oakland, and it was after he's posted me a couple times. This was after the first time he had posted me. He had came to Oakland to Mr. Fab store, and so this was my first. I didn't know. You know, sometimes people when you're viral, sometimes people repost you. You know, but you don't know if they necessarily know you. They could have picked it up from someone else's page.
Like it was a funny ass video.
Exactly. Right. Could be
this.
from a third party page and not even necessarily your page. You know what I mean? So, we were. My boy, shout out to Saito. I was with my boy King Saito, and I was taking this picture with him and Snoop and shit, and they was doing their little picture, and he was introducing me to Snoop. He was like, Snoop, this Ricky Antonio, he be doing the E40. Man, Snoop interrupted me. He said, man, I know who he is. And I was like, oh, shit, what's up with it? And so then we took a dope-ass picture and video.
That's cool.
So, yeah, like I said, I wasn't even... And then he my screensaver right there.
Yep.
I done had it since then. He was like, "What's up, nephew?" And then he threw the arms up with me.
Yeah.
So big love to Snoop. That's honestly for me. That's so monumental. That's a guy I grew up my whole life. You grew up listening to Snoop. I'm from the West Coast, from out here. You know,
from Richmond,
so
right?
from Richmond, my whole life. So you grew up listening to Snoop and Dre and all that. You know what I mean? And shout out to you.
Can you believe the Voice Party has had merch this whole time and we neglected to tell anybody? T-shirts, hoodies, bath mats, wall clocks, throw pillows, even mini skirts. We will throw our logo on absolutely anything. Click the link in the description below and pick you up some Voice Party merch today.